Off the jagged coast of Maine stood Dead Man's Light, a rusting lighthouse named after the many ships it failed to save. In 1963, John Harwood, a former Navy officer, took a solitary job as the lighthouse keeper. Locals warned him of odd lights and screams from the rocks, but he brushed them off as superstition. On his first night, John noticed something strange, a lantern flickering near the waterline, bobbing like someone was walking toward the sea. But when he trained his binoculars on the source, there was nothing, just the crashing waves and empty rocks. The next morning, John found wet footprints leading from the shore to the lighthouse steps. The strange part, they were bare, and they ended abruptly at the locked front door. No one could have entered, but someone had. Each night, the lantern would reappear. One night, the flickering light came right up to the lighthouse base. John stayed up with his rifle, determined to confront whoever or whatever it was. Around 2:17 a.m., the generator suddenly died. Total darkness. Then he heard the whisper. It was a voice low and raspy, saying his name, John ... like it had known him for years. He ran to the spiral staircase, but slipped on the same damp footprints. When the lights returned, there were handprints across the walls, soaked in seawater and something red. John radioed for emergency extraction. When the Coast Guard arrived, he was found hiding in the lantern room, mumbling, "He walks at night. He walks at night." He never returned to the mainland, and to this day, the lighthouse remains unmanned. In 1981, on the remote Irish coast, Fiona Mallory took over her grandfather's lighthouse duties. A marine biologist by trade, she was drawn by tales of singing in the fog. Her grandfather always said, "The sea has voices it shouldn't." For the first few weeks, Fiona recorded whale sounds and strange echo patterns. But one foggy night, she heard a melody, human, female, haunting. It was a lullaby, ancient and hypnotic, drifting over the waves like perfume. Compelled, she followed the sound to the rocky edge. There, she saw a figure, pale, long-haired, and barefoot, standing waist-deep in water. The woman sang without blinking, her eyes locked on Fiona. Then she vanished beneath the waves without a ripple. Fiona dismissed it as hallucination until her recordings played back more than whale songs. Hidden beneath the frequencies were words, her name, whispered over and over. "Fiona, join me," repeated again and again. Over the next few days, Fiona began having vivid dreams of drowning. She would wake soaked in sweat, sometimes finding puddles on her floor. Once, seaweed was coiled around her ankle as if it had crawled in during sleep. She contacted local historians who revealed the lighthouse was built over a site where women accused of witchcraft were drowned. They believed one of them cursed the coast. Fiona, skeptical but desperate, tried burning sage and playing white noise at night. It didn't help. One night, she disappeared. Her journal was found open to a final page that simply read, "She's singing again. This time, I'll listen." Her body was never recovered. The only clue was a new recording on her tape deck, her voice humming the same lullaby. Built in 1907, Devil's Lantern Lighthouse in Nova Scotia was known for its cursed origin. 3 builders mysteriously vanished during its construction. Since then, every decade, someone stationed there went missing. In 2010, journalist Mark Alvarez set out to debunk the curse. Mark stayed for 3 months, documenting everything. The first few weeks were uneventful until the clocks started running backwards for exactly 13 minutes every night. The video footage would glitch during this window, showing shadowy figures at the tower windows. He chalked it up to faulty wiring until he started hearing footsteps circling the base of the lighthouse, despite being alone. His equipment picked up heat signatures, 5 of them circling him at night, vanishing when he turned on the lights. One night, Mark woke up at 3:13 a.m. to every door in the lighthouse wide open and the foghorn sounding non-stop. There were symbols drawn on the fogged glass old maritime death runes he later discovered in a library book, used to summon sea spirits. His final night was recorded. His camera, left running, captured Mark walking up the spiral staircase, then vanishing mid-frame. The camera kept rolling, catching faint breathing and a whisper in guttural tones. Another one for the tide. Mark's footage went viral after being posted anonymously. To this day, no one knows who uploaded it. Investigators found no sign of him. Just his camera and a puddle of seawater in the lantern room 400 feet above the crashing waves. To this day, all 3 lighthouses remain abandoned, weathered by salt, sea, and screams. Locals avoid them, calling them cursed towers. Whether it's ghosts, sea spirits, or something darker, these stories serve as a chilling reminder. Some lights guide ships to safety, others lure souls to doom.